it's gone a bit old school, this has, hasn't it? It's because we're now actually going to do it through the PlayStation itself, but we ain't got time for any of that stuff, have we, tonight? Right then, and we're now on board then with TK, as he is currently fastest at the moment, going into turn number 4. So Sloppy Seconds has been given a 5-place grip penalty on his return after he has come together with, that was one of the Aston Martins, wasn't it? I'm not sure who it was there, but that is not good at all, is it, by any stretch of the imagination. Duncan Dave, who was just touring down the back straight there, that is quite appalling, unfortunately for who was that? Sloppy Seconds, goodness gracious me. So I hope that they aren't actually. I hope that was not a. Well, it is going to be a major coming together, isn't it? Because it's a 5-place grip penalty, whatever the weather, unfortunately. But that is not good by any stretch of the imagination. Is Duncan Dave now into the pits? What about Tomo Tip Top then? Let's go on board with Echo, shall we? Let's enjoy his helmet design as he breaks down into turn 1 before getting through into turn number 3. And this is where Fernando Alonso had a horrific accident, wasn't it? Back in the testing, wasn't it, for the 2015 World Championship, which was very odd indeed, wasn't it? Which we still don't really know what actually happened with Fernando Alonso that year, do we? I don't think we're ever going to really know about what's going to happen with that either until Fernando Alonso ever releases his book or something. I do not know about that, but it was very odd indeed. Baleka going down the second and back straight as well. And yes, and of course we've got a new profile turn number 10 there, which of course was reprofiled, wasn't it, last season? And just now accelerated away and coming into this Mickey Mouse chicane, which I've heard whispers from the great Formula 1 Vine that it might actually be gone for next year, which would be quite... I personally would love it then, because we'd be having the old school circuit, really, where it seems to be coming back, doesn't it, to fruition, which... I prefer the old circuit, personally, as we've got a very dirty McLaren there, tip-top. I think he needs to give that McLaren a bit of a wash there, and you can see he's got a bit of rubber down the outside as well there. Goodness gracious me. Not looking too swanky there, is it? Isn't the McLaren, isn't? But I think the tip-top is not going to be too concerned by that, as he comes across the line and goes 9th fastest. Marcy going 11th at the moment, and everyone else is currently in the pits at the moment. Let's go through the drivers and the constructors standings, and it is like this. And we have got Dynamo Dan leads the championship by 1 point from William in second. I can't see William in the I can't see William at all in the is William in here? I don't think he is he? Goodness gracious me. William in second position. You Mad Bro is in third. Bob, who has now been promoted into to the Mercedes, is now 4th in the championship. New Potato is 5th. TK in 6th position. Marsky and Cirrus Mushroom on 24 points. 23 for Echo. And Jenner on 20 points at the moment. Now Scooby Stew on 1 with Hungry Stars and Collins yet to get off the mark. In the Constructors' Championship, it is like this. It is... Alpine 1 point in front of AlphaTauri, who are second, and then it is Ferrari also on 72 points as well. The top 3 in the Constructors of Bronze are so close there. 73 for Alpine, 72 for AlphaTauri, 72 for Ferrari. 7 points away from the Ferrari is the Alfa Romeo team, and then of course then we have the Haas in 5th position. 6 is the Red Bull, which is on your screen at the moment. Dynamo Dan is off by the looks of things at Cox Corner. Aston Martin in 8th, Mercedes 9th, McLaren 9th, and Williams in 10th position. As of course, Knowles, you just mentioned, Dynamo is off at Cox Corner. As Dan saying, we didn't see it there. So yes, what you didn't see never happened then. Well, that's what I'd like to say anyway, but obviously that's not always the case, is it? Collins, who's out on an outlap promote. We've also got Swanshanks out there as well. Let's see what New Potato do. He goes fastest so far. Good stuff indeed, that New Potato. He's had a pole position already this season, which is back in the first race of the championship, which was back in Bahrain, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. But since then, we've had we've only had 4 pole scissors in the 5 races so far this season. It's been so competitive in qualifying. In the complete opposite to silver, of course, as we've only had 1 pole sitter so far in the first 6 qualifying. Which is just Fangio at the moment, absolutely dominating. He's only 2 pole positions, I think, behind the record, which is Glock, who had 15 pole positions, didn't he, in his whole career. Fangio is got 13 pole positions in his career so far, but incredible stuff indeed there for Fangio. As Goku saying, then good luck, guys, and yes, good stuff indeed. Then as Kaz is on the lap at the moment, but we're going to stick with Collins now, as is hoping to get some points on the board. He's hoping to maybe get to maybe have a good result as well tonight as well. Collins is Collins is oh, look at that helmet. I love that helmet. I wonder if that was what the helmet he was going to use in Miami a week ago, but unfortunately he wasn't able to participate, was he, Collins? Wasn't he? He's gone very wide there. I'm surprised that wasn't a track invalidation, to be fair, but good stuff nonetheless then. FIA always clean and consistent, aren't they? Or consistently wrong, potentially. I do not know, but whatever the case may be here, maybe he went too wide there. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on the FIA, potentially. Just watching Collins now coming into the Mickey Mouse chicane as well. Whilst we got Collins there, just 4 minutes to go in this session, mainly because the session's flown by for me, because I've been absolutely having a technical fiasco, really. Across the line comes Collins there. He's done a 20.4 to set himself on his way. Then Kaz in the Aston Martin. He was the hero of the piece, wasn't he, in Miami last week there? Unfortunately, he could have and should have got a podium, really, shouldn't he? But it just went a bit peak-tongue, didn't it? For Kaz there. Of course, he went for a wild lunge into turn 17 and it didn't work out, which is such a shame there for Kaz, wasn't it? Otherwise, he could have been in third position, really, couldn't he? Alfa Romeo almost got the first 1-2 of the season, but that was stolen by the AlphaTauri team last night. With a 1-2 from Farf and from Nigel, of course, an absolutely cracking performance indeed from the AlphaTauri guys. That was the first 1-2 of the season in a race. Anyway, of course, we did have a 1-2 sprint, a 1-2 in a sprint race back in Imola. I think it was 2 Alpine drivers, wasn't it, in bronze? Kaz going 4 fastest. Kaz is looking a very handy customer behind that wheel of the Aston Martin car. Aston Martin have had a bit of a swap with rear drivers. Jenna goes second fast at the moment. I thought that was going to be pole position, to be honest, but it wasn't. It wasn't the case, but I thought that was going to be well up there. Scooby Stew on board with Scooby Stew was one of the victims of Renaud's hurricane, or Renaud's wrath, I should say. Unfortunately, Jackson Reynolds no longer unfortunately no longer a part of ALR, which is a shame, really, because I did quite enjoy his aggressive driving, but he was a bit over aggressive. And Scooby Stew, unfortunately, was a part of. Unfortunately, Scooby Stew got involved more often than not, didn't he? With it wasn't Scooby Stew's fault, but especially the incident in Miami. But such unfortunate, because I quite liked his aggressive style, but I think that it was definitely a bit too aggressive. Here's Swanshanks sent in the Williams, just tackling that Mickey Mouse chicane out of the final turn now for Swanshanks across the grid. Hutchins, the finish line is slightly further forward than the start line, if you get the cut of my jib. Across the line, and I think Argentina winning 2-0, are they? Fantastic stuff indeed. Sean O is flying then. I will be flying, I think, soon then, as I've drank half a bottle of purple cowpaw, mainly to get rid of this horrific headache. Vintage going 13th fastest at the moment. Well, I've got a headache, probably because I talk too much. Some seconds back in the pit, so we've got Scooby Stew. Is he going for another bite of cherry? Potentially, but he's ran out of deployment now, hasn't he, Scooby Stew has? So that's unfortunate. There's a Spinaroonie there, and it is Vintage, goodness me. I've gone back to me Booker T fan days. Marv's Marsky gone very wide as well. As that Red Bull, was that Red Bull getting in the way potentially? Of course, that New Potato going for a second pole position of the season, which equal the most, which is set by William at the moment, who is not in this race, is he? Which is a shame now for William, because of he is not too far behind the championship, and it was a going opportunity. Oh, Marsky's got himself beached on that sausage curve. 33 seconds to go in this qualifying session. Both McLarens there. Yellow flag in front of us. Marsky has lost out 600. He could have got. I think he would have got quicker than that, to be honest. You know. Here's Bob. He is the. He's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't he? And he goes four fastest now. He's fourth in the championship as well. Bob is. Yellow flags is fluttering all over the show, but Bob fourth fastest out qualifies teammate Sick as Muck, and that's a big statement there in the Mercedes team. Is there with Sick as Muck? It's an absolutely fantastic driver qualifier. Really good stuff indeed, isn't it? But Bob's results then, he has raced in I keep getting thrown off here because we've missed out Saudi Arabia, which, by the way, is the checkered flag has now fallen here in Spain. Remember, oh, Jenner there, who's slipping and sliding his way through the final chicane now. I think that that is going to be... No, that is, he abandons his time and comes into the pits. Human Bro's gone third fastest now. Lovely stuff indeed. Then Scooby Stu is, oh goodness me, he's gone for a trim now. Out of the final turn for Tomo Tip Top. Then he's found a 10 for a second in the middle sector. That's enough to get him into the top 10. Good performance there from Tomo Tip Top. I like it. Lovely stuff. Sick as Muck, who's found 3/10 of a second. This is going to be pretty good. It's going to be in front of Bob. It is. It's more in front of Bob. It's also in front of TK as well. That's a full fastest there for Sick as Muck. Magnificent stuff indeed. Lovely. What about New Potato? Well, he comes back into the pits. A very pedestrian speed there. Scooby Stew has found the kitty litter, unfortunately, and so TK also coming in the pits as well. But it's New Potato pole position for the second time this season. His first pole position since Bahrain about 6 weeks ago as well. So New Potato back on pole position. Remember, I think it was season 3, wasn't it, where he was absolutely magnificent and qualified, but the race, his race trim did very much let him down there. Well, it wasn't his race trim, really. He was involved in all kinds of shenanigans. Hopefully he won't be involved in any kind of shenanigans here tonight. I think the TK brought up the New Potato's checkered past of the starts around here. That's his third pole position of his career as well for New Potato. So fantastic stuff indeed. By the way, it's a very nippy -2 out there at the moment, according to this old laptop machine. There it is, New Potato pole position then by 0.3 of a second from Jinner in second. That's a cracking qualifying performance there for New Potato. To be 0.3 of a second in front of Jinner is quite a statement of intent. And you mad in third position. Sick as Muck is fourth with TK fifth and Bob in sixth. Seventh is Kaz, eighth is Echo, ninth is Cyberfox, and 10th position is Tomo Tip Top. Looking good. Dynamo Dan down in 11th position. As Nosy mentioned, and he was off at Cox Corner. Marsky in 12th position. Serious Mushroom has left the session. Vintage in 13th, Scooby Stew 14th, Swan Shanks in 15th, Collins in 16th. Sloppy Seconds got a 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to be at the back of the grid. Then Duncan Dave and Serious Mushroom 18th and 19th, and as we start on our way. Serious Mushroom said, I've left. Hopefully he can get back in, Serious Mushroom, as he's asking what's happening. Serious Mushroom, can you get back in using your invite? Hopefully. Because yeah, that's not good at all, is it? Really for Serious Mushroom, we seen him left. We seen him leave when we were just getting the grid loaded up. Then, but Serious Mushroom in a serious peril here of not being able to take control of his car. Hopefully, he can get back in. Hopefully, he can get back in pronto because. We are on the final countdown for the start of the Grand Prix itself here. This is going to be heartbreaking for Serious Mushroom. Remember, he's so good in the race trim. He has scored in every single race, bar Saudi Arabia, wasn't it, for Serious Mushroom, if I remember rightly. He has done pretty impressive stuff indeed, hasn't he, our Mushroom? Right, here we go then for the start of the formation. That 33 laps around here. Let's go for the grid, shall we? We have got two drivers on the soft tyres of Marsky and Collins. Medium tyres for Serious Mushroom, which he probably didn't. Now he's back in the session. Good stuff indeed. Serious Mushroom on the medium tyres. He probably didn't want to start on those. Well, maybe he did. I do not know. Scooby Stew on the medium tyres. Medium for Dynamo Dan, for Tomo Tip Top, and for And for Cyber Fox, Bob on medium tires. We got you, Mad Bro, on medium tires, and New Potato also on medium tires as well. Of course, apologies tonight. I've somehow broke my capture card, so that's why the stream may not be looking as slick as before. But and also we haven't got the overlay on either. But as for some reason, I don't know why. Every time I take out my capture card, it goes a bit wrong. But unfortunately, I can't really. But unfortunately, I was unwell, and I had to take it all out today to get to quickly do the standards and stuff. Right. So for 3 laps around here, then it is New Potato pole position. Then for the second time this season, we got Jinner alongside him on row 1. It is a long run down into turn 1 there. Jinner may be on the back foot here. You Mad Bro might be aiming to get past. You may be able to get past. Jinner before he gets down to turn 1 because he's on the medium tires. 4th position is Sick as Muck with TK in 5th. Bob is in 6th. He's on the medium tires. He was let's see how he does then. But Bob has been a revelation. He won last time, didn't he, in Miami? Good 17th there for Bob, his first Grand Prix win. Kaz doing a great job in 7th position. He's on soft tires though, curiously enough. Let's see how that one goes. Echo in 8th position. He's on the hard tires. Echo is out. He's a master of those hard tire runs. Cyber Fox in 9th position. There's a car off, and who is that? That's one of the Haas drivers. Is that TK? I'm sure he had an issue in the Miami formation lap as well. Cyber Fox is in 9th. Tomo Tip Top is in 10th position. Dynamo Dan is 11th. Marsky also on soft tires in 12th position. I thought there was only 2. 13th position is Vintage with Scooby Stew in 14th. Swanshanks in 15th with Collins in 16th. Duncan Dave is 17th. 18th position is Serious Mushroom, who I've just read can't take control of the car. Hopefully he can take control of the car when we start. But here we're on board. Serious Mushroom, he's gone flying through the field for some reason, but he's at 19th on the grid. Serious Mushroom is. Let's hope he can get it going. And Sloppy Seconds in 19th as well. Making his debut, Sloppy Seconds is in bronze, I think it is. I don't think he's ever raced in bronze before, has he? Right then. Here we go then, the red lights are on then. When we go back, we'll be racing. Serious Mushroom is disappeared, and I think Serious Mushroom might be out of the race. We'll go here in Spain, and a good start for Tomo Tip Top. Jinner's had a cracking start. It's a terrible start for you, for New Potato. He's down five positions here already, and Jinner takes the lead. Then you Mad Bro in 2nd position there. New Potato, who just didn't get off the line there by the looks of things, and he's down in 5th position. Our pole sitter is, and that's a major blow for New Potato. He wanted a simple start and he's had anything but. He is down 4 positions there. Also, we've also got down 4 positions Cyber Fox as well. Echo Master up into 8th position there. Marsky up into 9th position, I should say. 5 positions is Collins. He's had a storming start. Collins has great stuff indeed then. Marsky in 9th position. Dynamo Dan is in 10th. He's up. Oh gosh, no he isn't there. That's a huge smash there between Collins and Dynamo Dan. And goodness me. And that is horrific stuff indeed. Serious Mushroom out of the race there. He's not happy because he left. He left because I think that there was some kind of grounding going on. He is going to be unhappy with that. And Collins and Dynamo Dan went side by side and have both come together by the looks of things. You don't see a crash down there too often there. Vintage is fighting Scooby Stew at the moment. Scooby Stew in 14th position with Vintage in 15th. Oh no, I feel absolutely. Serious Mushroom is going to be furious at that, isn't he? Echo is dropped down 2 positions. Make that 3. There's Cyber Fox off the circuit. Sloppy Seconds there with a default helmet. Shocking stuff indeed. Going down into turn 1. Then we got pit stops then for Collins. What is that then? Marsky is he got a problem, Marsky? Because down at the back straight and he had no pace whatsoever. Marsky done then. We've had action galore here so far in bronze. The yellow flag in sector 1. What's happened there then is Serious Mushrooms joined them, but I think it might be in vain because Serious Mushrooms' car has disappeared, which is such a shame. Cyber Fox down in 11th position, and that's a Williams in the background as well, having is that recovery? I think it's Swanshank's recovering now. It's Vintage almost into the back there. Kaz dropping down 8 positions as well after a superb qualifying, and he has dropped down unfortunately 8 positions as well, which is such a shame. Dynamo Dan coming out of the pits now. To be honest, I'm not gonna lay the blame on anyone just yet between Dynamo Dan and Collins, but that was a very unusual incident there, wasn't it? New Potato down into 5th position. He's our pole sitter, and he just didn't go anywhere, did he? Both Mercedes are now 3rd and 4th at the moment. Jenner leads on the hard tire. This is perfect for Jenner. He's never won a race, as far as I'm aware, in bronze anyway. He's never won a race in bronze so far, but he's going to have to really fight for this one because you mad bros all over the back here, as they're very cautious out of that final turn 16 here as well. No, Serious Mushroom is absolutely livid, and I do feel your pain there, Mushroom, because that is shocking. As Sick as Muck up it down into 5th, I should say, with New Potato up into 4th bed. Explosive Evidence, good luck, guys. Hello to you, Explosive Evidence, and we just got a couple of other swapperoos going on as well. Lovely helmet here by. His race was over before he knew it there. Unfortunately, yeah, that's such a shame, isn't it? Because that is absolutely rubbish luck. It's very silly to say the least, isn't it? Swan Shanks has lost 2 positions here because Kaz using those soft tires to his absolute advantage here. Dynamo Dan is not about a minute behind Collins there. I think he's got a problem with his transponder there, which has made him drop down. The old Scooby Stew is off and out of this race. Unfortunately, Scooby Stew is, and is that going to be a safety car? It is not a safety car yet, and that's at the Farf curb. Of course, we've seen Farf go over there a couple of times, so Scooby Stew there. Scooby Stew out of this race, unfortunately. We got a VSC at the moment, so VSC means that you've got to slow down and adhere to the delta, then you can't go over the delta. Of course, otherwise you'll get a drive-through penalty. Back on 4th race at Cyber Fox, which is where the action is at the moment. Sloppy Seconds up into a superb 10th position at the moment on his debut here tonight as well. Lovely stuff indeed there for Sloppy Seconds. Scooby Stew disappointing there, both Scooby Stew and Mushroom both out of the race then. Now we're back green here in Spain, and I think it's pain in Spain there for 2 drivers. We have got a bit of a Marsky and Echo. Sloppy Seconds, he's got a ridiculous amount of pace, and he's having a look on the inside, but TK has dropped down. Oh, and TK and Echo are off there, and Echo spun the car, and where's TK? TK's coming back on as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. Kaz up into a super. Oh my goodness gracious me. There's action all over the show then. Cyberfox up into 9th and 8th position is Marsky. Kaz up into 10th position. He's flying on those soft tires. It's such a shame. We didn't see what happened to in the beginning of the race. TK, who had an issue at turn number 2. We got. That's a Mercedes. That's some Sick as Muck. He is off the circuit. Oh, goodness me. We've caught him red-handed with the reset the track as well, unfortunately. And goodness gracious me, then there's action galore. This track is so tough. And oh, Sick as Muck there just about kept out the wall. Goodness me. I think he might have got distracted by what was going on the outside here. This track is so tough. If you haven't got the good setup, or even just like a planted setup as well. Sloppy Seconds up into a magnificent 6th position at the moment, and he's flying for the field like a hot knife through butter. Jenner currently leading the race 3 times a second in front of you, Matt Bro in 2nd with Bob in 3rd. New Potato currently 4th. Then we've got a bit of a gap then between 4th and 5th, which is Tomo Tip Top and New Potato, which is about 4.5 seconds as it stands at the moment. And Sloppy Seconds having a look, no dice going into turn number 1. Swan Shanks currently 12th at the moment, and yellow flag again. And who is that? That's you, Mad Bro, who is 2nd, and you, Mad Bro, has spun the car. And goodness gracious me, this race is about to set up. And this track is about a setup here, and you Mad Bro, unfortunately, and a couple of others are just having an absolute nightmare out there. Not at least Serious Mushroom, who is unfortunately going off, fortunately or unfortunately, he's going off to drown his sorrows, as he didn't have a fair crack at the whip here, did he? But Sloppy Seconds on the inside into turn 9. You don't see that too often, do you? Magnificent. Sloppy Seconds up into 4th position, going a bit wide there, but Tomo just a bit too far back at the moment. Then we've got Echo, who's just gone on the outside of Swan Shanks. I think Scooby Stew out of the race as well, unfortunately. Echo up into 11th fed. Swan Shanks then we have Umadbro, who's recovering after spinning around the wrong way. We're not even, we haven't even got to a quarter, to a third distance yet. There's a long way to go in this one. Tomo, oh my goodness me! Tomo and Sloppy Seconds. We had 3 abreast into the final turn. Goodness gracious me. New Potato's got past Bob. And, well, Sloppy Seconds, who has been absolutely flying down that back straight. But this time around, he's actually been overtaken for once. I'm surprised by that because I don't think he used too much errors on the... Oh, no, that's going to be an incident. And Sloppy Seconds had to back out there as Tomo Tip Top was not giving him an inch on the circuit into turn 3. Serious Marshall, I don't know why, I had a great connection. It's really odd, isn't it? Because I had it once, which is so annoying, and I think that Nosey had it in the 100% race a couple of weeks ago as well. But Don Redan set the fast off race there, who is trying to recover after the incident he had with Collins earlier on this race. And it's very odd, isn't it? And they need to sort it out, really, Formula One does. And I think that there's been a lot of grumblings about this race, about this game, not at least with the dodgies going on as well. Kaz and Marvin Kaz are stuffed on the soft tires there. At least you didn't miss the race there, is what Kakarot Goku is saying. And Sloppy Seconds is having an almighty... No, my goodness me! And it's Nude Potato, who is... the pole sitter had an appalling start, and now he has spun the car as well. And here comes Fox. Here he is, and there he goes. And now he's up into third position with New Potato dropping down to 4th at the moment. And yeah, that is a shame. And Cyber Fox up in the third, but New Potato having a sniff, but no dice. What about his teammate Sloppy Seconds? He's currently 6th at the moment. Echo is up into 10th position, getting past Vintage. Vintage, I remember that that he may have won the battle, but you don't win the war with Vintage on lap 7. And now look at Sloppy Seconds, and maybe a Nico Roscoe and Hamilton maneuver. Not quite. Rosberg, not Roscoe. I got the dog and the man the wrong way around. Oh, it's a Nude Potato on the outside now. Magnificent stuff indeed. And up into third position then, but he's look at that, and he has dropped about 10 seconds here. Cyber Fox are just backing off at the one, and Cyber Fox just reserved the one, but he's done a superlative job. Don Madan has now up into 16th position as well. He has got a 24-second deficit between himself and the next car. And who is that who's got off the... It's Collins. Collins is off the circuit there at turn 3. Oh dear. But he's recovered nicely, and let's see where he can go from here on in. Oh goodness. We got TK who's also trying to come back through the field as well. We got, I think that the beauty about Bronze Assurance, we've got a lot of quick drivers in qualifying trim, but then race trim, it just completely turns on its head, doesn't it? It's magnificent to watch. Similar with Silver as well at the moment. And as we just got Sloppy Seconds. Goodness me, someone's got a rocket on that back end of that car. That is a ridiculously quick car. He's got the actual Honda power in the back of that, hasn't he? Or should I say the Red Bull powertrain. You mad, bro. Up into 11th position. Good stuff indeed. Getting past Vintage in 12th. And then that's Collins there, who is just come a cropper. Yellow flag, and sick as muck there is off the circuit at turn 2. Turn 2 and turn 9 seems to be the action zones around here. And oh goodness me, as Fanjo has also entered the comments as well. Welcome, my good sirs. You guys are going to have to help me get through this. I must admit, I'm struggling already, and it's only lap 8. Yellow flag, and Kaz has dropped down into 9th position, but I think it's not for Kaz. Love the helmets on. I think Kaz always gets beautiful helmets, doesn't he? It's absolutely magnificent. He's got a beautiful headwear, hasn't he? That man needs to be a head model, doesn't he? Of helmets then. And here comes Echo then on one of those, like Serious Mushroom mentioned earlier on the week then, on one of those soft tires have just not very good then. Not very good in terms of the race trim, is it? New Potato is flying up there at the moment, and Kaz dropping down into 10th position. Kaz has got some pace, though, hasn't he, around here? It's, oh goodness me, that's it's not Echo, it's his teammate, but Collins having some issues. If you don't get the setup right at all, you're at sea, and both soft runners are in the pits, and so Marksky in the pits, and Kaz is in the pits as well. Shoe fly. Cyberfox up into no, down into 6th, and still oh look at that, that's a magnificent helmet, but also I thought it's going to go for the switchback as well. Not quite here at this stage. Tomo tip top. Oh, that's a Haas. STK, oh goodness me! After the action that TK and you mad bro, we seen in Miami just a week ago, I thought we could see some more action with with so many laps to go in this one. Of course, just a quick reminder: silver and gold have checked out for the winter now, haven't they? I've checked out for the winter. Yellow flags again there. Goodness me. And, oh, good gosh. I can't keep up with what's going on out here tonight. Fantastic. Gold and silver have checked out for the winter break now, haven't they? So I hope we'll have a good Christmas and all that kind of stuff. But bronze has got one more race after this one. Of course, we go back to Saudi Arabia to repeat what happened in round 2 because we had connection issues, didn't we? But hopefully we won't have any issues next week, of course. And of course, that's right up to Christmas. And I hope you all got your Christmas presents ready. I certainly haven't, which nothing unusual, is it? Actually, I'm almost done. I've got 2 more presents to get there. Ryan Harrop, then, who is a newest member to ALR, as he messaged us on Instagram. He messaged us a few weeks ago, but shamefully, we didn't get back to him. Mainly because I don't know how to use social media. That's me. But newest member, and of course it's great to have him along for the ride as well. I hope you enjoyed the stream, my good sir, even though we've had a lot of technical gremlins so far, and hopefully we won't have any more before I go to bed, because I am hanging on by the seat of my underpants at the moment, as are a lot of these drivers out there as well. But unfortunately, Serious Mushroom out of this race, and got mine coming, my ALR hoodie, and we need a picture. But Serious Mushroom, I want to see that beautiful face and also that beautiful hoodie and body. Of course, get that in. I need to. Oh no! You man bro is off the circuit in turn 9, and he is facing the wrong way. He spins the car back around, and it is incredible, isn't it? These cars are really struggling, isn't it? Do you think it's the ground effect this year? I must admit, it's the first time I'm commentating. Oh, he's almost off again. First time that I'm commentating on a race with ground effect machines around Spain. Do you think it is the ground effect cars? And who's that echo there was going in the pits by the things, or did he half spin it? So it might be is it the ground effect cars, or am I looking too much into it? I can't even say cars right tonight. Cars. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it might be, but into the pits comes you mad bro. Anyway, then he's only done 9 laps on those medium compound tyres, but he's had enough, and he's into the pit lane now then. Or as the Americans call it, pit road, which I quite like, to be honest. I'm trying to get into IndyCar for next year. It's shameful I don't know much about IndyCar, but I've really taken a liking to it because the ex-Formula 1 drivers, the likes of Roman Grosjean and Ericsson, and that's Collins off again, then into the out of the pits. Now comes you mad bro. Dynamo Dan has done the overcut as such, but Dynamo Dan is hoping for a safety car to get himself back in this. Collins might be thinking the same then, but he needs to unlap himself back on board Cyber Fox, who I think overall is slightly quicker at this moment compared to Tomo Tip Top. So can he use this advantage now and get past then? Kono is also hello my good sir. Of course, he's driven in an ALR race as well. I think he's driven in gold a couple of weeks ago. Serious Russia is because they're trying to run 2 low wings for top end speed, which is a waste of time. Serious Mushroom saying it. That is why I like you guys in the comments. And Serious Mushroom now, a technical wealth of knowledge. He's going to be our Mark Priestley, and out of the race goes Collins. He's had a nightmare race. He's gone off at Farf curb, and is that a safety car? I think that's a safety car, of course. So we don't have any yellow cars on the grid now, which is absolutely shocking. I think we need more coloured cars on the grid, personally. I reckon we should have pink back, we should have yellow back, we should probably have whatever colours, purple on there as well. I reckon we should bring back the Simtech team, personally. Get another yellow car on the grid. Get a 40. Out of the pits comes Sickers Mike. Talking of which, and I think that was this. No, this wasn't the last race of Simtech. It was Monaco, wasn't it? 95. That was the last time that Formula 1 official full grid was 95 Monaco, which I'm sure no one cared. Hello to you, Equal said. Gunnar was saying, I drove in gold. Yes, you did, my good sir. Hopefully we'll see more of you as well. I'd like to see you in. I'd like to see you have a go at bronze, have a go at bronze and silver, and see how you can cut the mustard in those leagues as well. Then, my good sir. Right then, is now coming out. As Duncan Dave there is, looks like he forgot he had a qualifying button there, which is shocking enough. Orange sponsored car back, Serious Much saying absolutely, absolutely indeed. Then yes, bring back the arrows. That is definitely. I must say the arrows when they return back to arrows rather than the footwork, which was not the best of names for a car. Was it? If anyone thought that Racing Point was a bad name, footwork was an even worse name in my opinion. Jenna come back out of the pits. This it might be a bit long for Jenna to go on those medium tires, but let's see how this goes. Bob in second. New Potato is coming out in third on the hard tires. TK is staying out. He has rolled the dice. He likes his own strategies there. He's a man who follows the. He likes to follow his own wave. New Potato in fourth, Tomo tip top in fifth, and Cyber Fox in sixth. Sloppy seconds comes out in seventh position. Swan Shanks also staying out as well. Echo on medium tires along with Vintage. Marsky who is coming in the pits already. Duncan Dave on soft tires is sick as muck. Kaz in the pits as well. You mad bro, and Diamond Dunn is exactly what he wants. Chrono got his Discord kick, so he made a new one. Oh dear. What did you get kicked for, my good sir? What did you do? Or what didn't you do? Which is sometimes my problem, isn't it? As yes, I don't adhere to the rules a lot of time either, but do what I say and not what I do. Kaz coming out of the pits on soft tires again. Kaz is. I'm wondering if he doesn't like the medium tires, you know, because I thought he might have tried the medium tires to the end of this race now potentially for Kaz, but no, he's staying away from there. Some drivers just do not like certain compounds of tires, do they? No, so maybe Kaz is not happy with those mediums whatsoever. I can't believe I'm drawing serious much of saying he's so angry. That is such a shame. But hopefully, if this is any consolation to you, my good sir, you are racing in Saudi Arabia next week. So I'm not sure how you make of that. But Serious Mushroom was confident coming in here tonight. He felt good. Really in the car, didn't he? Mediums are the best tyre for the race here, then, is what Serious Mushroom was saying. And we got Gin on the medium tyres. So I was questioning whether Jinner can go to the end on those medium tyres from here, but potentially he can then. Jinner's been so close yet so far in terms of trying to get a race win, hasn't he? But he has been very unlucky so far. Burnt Molander in the Aston Martin safety car. Oh, and excuse me there, I was just wetting me whistle. I got this lovely, you know, I have, whilst I've been, Charles, I just want some sympathy, really, sympathy, really. I've got this beautiful Ribena Red. Absolutely lush. I used to love strawberry Ribena. I don't think they did it anymore, but apparently it's still done in a shop called Savers, which has really enlightened me in life. I go there to get all me gadgets in bleachers and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, if anyone wants to go to Savers, I say bring it on. Yeah, I say go down there and get some goodies. I've got a Sillet Bang as well. It's fantastic. No, don't sniff it too much though, because I must say I was getting very giddy. Right, we've still got the safety car at the moment, and the safety car should be in this lap. Serious Mushroom's got 100% tomorrow. Very good stuff indeed there. Of course, 100% is, I think, the toughest discipline on this game. I would not. I don't think I bet. I don't. Last time I completed a 100% race was like yonks ago, wasn't it? Remember, we had the 100% race. We had the 100% race this last Wednesday, didn't we? And a lot of drivers, I'm surprised a lot of drivers didn't go with some of the setups they had for the 100%. But it probably means that you do set up the car slightly different in 100%, don't you, potentially? Come on, TK, you're letting the team down. He's currently in third position mode, TK's, but he is on very old hard tires, TK's. And so he might be thinking about the issues that he had in Miami just over a week ago, where he went onto the soft tires and got some shenanigans in the midfield, where he went onto the soft tires and he was very vulnerable towards the end, which of course him and You Mad Bro came to blows, didn't they? Now, as it stands at the moment, You Mad Bro down in 14th position, Dynamo Dan also down in 14th position as well. We've got two championship protagonists out of the points at the moment. New Potato was on pole position, but he had a horrific start from pole position, didn't he? Goodness me, the car just didn't move, did it? Now we are going to be green again then for lap 14, and we ain't even at half distance yet then, and we're green. It is green for go, and Jitters had the perfect start. We've got yellow flags set, I think, already, because when the McLaren to Tom Tip Top is around, he's got back. That is a perfect start for Jitter. He has left everyone by the wayside. TK has had a great start as well. And Bob just, was he let them sleep in there? I do not know. Echo has got past Swan Shanks, a great manoeuvre, and up into 7th position there for Echo. And away he goes. A 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags there. TK, who's now dropped down the order. We had side-by-side action between Fox and Sloppy. And Sloppy moves himself up into 5th position now on those medium tires, of course. So, oh my goodness gracious me, we've got some musical chairs here, or musical positions then. And now up into 11th position, there goes Marsky, sick as mug on soft tires there. Those tires are going on soft tires here. Very interesting stuff, but on board with Sloppy seconds there, getting very intrigued in TK. Of course, he's a very audacious driver, Sloppy seconds. I think I've raced with him before, TK, Sloppy seconds. Oh, goodness me, up into 4th position now. Didn't give TK a lot of room there, did he? Goodness gracious me. But Sloppy second. Oh, almost joining the race side now. Oh, he was clinching me buttocks there as I thought that we was going to have an airplane crash. TK can go 20 laps, and then on mediums is what Serious Murphy was saying. And I wonder if TK may be favouring another safety car as well. You never know. Look at this, there's both Red Bulls. Is there going to be some team play here? As Jenner set the fast lap of the race and absolutely flying. And we're on board now with Sloppy seconds, is absolutely flying through the field. Done an absolutely superb job at the moment, and he is now side by side with his teammate. You've got Cyber Fox, who's trying to get past. Oh, contact! There is contact between the two Red Bulls, and the driver's right up to take a base of action. And Echo, he's on the inside here. Oh my goodness gracious me, we've got action galore here. Oh my word! And TK is still in 4th. Fantastic. I wonder if Sloppy seconds. Do you think it was a step too late then? It's certainly the move was on there, wasn't it? I think that the drivers, possibly both drivers, should have given each other a bit more room, potentially. However, I'm not going to pretend. I'm not a very good racing driver. Morsky is dropped down into 11th position because Duncan Dave has gone to the soft tires here. Oh, goodness me, didn't give him much space there, did he? Into turn 7 and 8 chicane as we go up the hill. Then there is Sloppy seconds trying to get himself back through the field. Red Bull on Red Bull, crime, jeez. I don't think Christian Horner's going to be very happy. Look at sick as mug on the outside. He just blasts us past Vintage and moves himself. TK is off the circuit, and he's on the older hard compound tires. Gets himself back away down in 16th position here, and oh my word. Jenner's got is on 3.5 seconds in front of the rest of the field at the moment, with Vintage up into 7th position. His teammate of Swan Shanks has gone very wide there. He is also on older hard tires as well. Across the line, and Serious Mushroom has given up, unfortunately, as it's not gone too well at all, as it's Sloppy seconds there. Back up into is he then? He's having a go into turn 1 then. Of course, the instant last time out there has not really made him too shy of turn 1 and 2, has it? And he is up into, maybe he's going to get 10th position as well here. He does indeed. Sloppy seconds is not a man to hang around, is he? He is up into 11th position, yellow flag in 1, as is TK having issues again then, and I think that him dropping down the order is really compromised the strategy here. Dynamo Dan is up to 15th, but he's going for the long game here, Dynamo Dan is, so we'll see how that one progresses. Sloppy seconds there, now all over the back of Swan Shanks, who is on the similar strategy to TK, and Swan Shanks letting not Duncan Dave, Sloppy seconds pass. Swan Shanks is struggling there. Has he got a throttle issue potentially? I'm not sure, as he has lost 2 positions in quick succession. I thought he was letting Sloppy seconds by, but just now watching Dynamo Dan, who's in 13th position. Now we've got yellow flag. Jenner is off the circuit. Oh, goodness me. He comes back on now. I've given myself a headache from yelling, but Jenner is up. It's lost the lead. Then this man, who's been absolutely controlling the race, like at the Australian Grand Prix, but is unraveling that ever so slightly here into one. Slightly. He is now lost the lead. And Bobby won last time out. Was going for 2 race wins in a row for 2 different constructors. Goodness gracious me. The sun has gone beyond the clouds as well, and sick as mug on the inside. He passes Fox, moves himself, oh goodness me, almost getting in front of the the Alpine, my word. And sick as mug flying there, isn't he? He's using those soft tires to his absolute advantage there, but I'm expecting those to go off in the not too distant future. But that is a shock, isn't it? New Potatoes back him into 2nd position. That's not a shock. Bob is leading. That's not a shock either. What is a shock is, oh my word, what is a shock then is Jenner has leaded in this race and is spun out there. And it's spun out there, hasn't he? There, we're not sure if well, he was out in the open there. Is that a mistake there from Jenner again? That'd be such a shame. Doug and Dave now down the inside. You've got a bit of cloud cover out there now. Serious Much saying, I want Serious New Potato to win after last week. I haven't said that in a long time, have I? Well, I'm getting better at this, Malark. I know it's only taken me a couple of years. Out of the final third, Bob, then Potato in second position. On that DRS is right on the money. Lovely. We've got Echo's trying to break away as quickly as possible. And McLaren with Tomo tip top. Of course, he was very much on the high. Oh my goodness me, Jenner, and he's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So he's gone wide then. And the McLaren, unfortunately, Tomo tip top's dropped right down to the back of the field now. Jenner in fourth position. He hasn't got past yet. Seconds back on the inside. Oh my word there. How is he making those soft tires go so far is beyond me. Fantastic. Someone did 16 laps on this tire size. Was it Kia or Kaya or something like that? We're trying to cheer up, Shawnee. Oh, I'm always a happy chappy, but I'm not a very fit and healthy happy chappy at the moment. As Jenner's on the inside at the moment. Oh goodness gracious me! And all over the back of all the back into turn 9 and 10. He's having a sniff. He's having a sniff. Jenner is yeah, those soft tires of he's making it work, isn't he? Six Muckers haven't said that. He got he couldn't get on the power there, could he? And I thought he was going into the sea in the accident there, but Stickers Muck, he's a fantastic qualifier, isn't he? I'm absolutely in awe when Stickers Muck does one lap pace out. He's magnificent, isn't he? He's been a bit unlucky though with getting to the end there. I don't think the 17 points to his account. I think he's got 17 points anyway. Let me lean forward. Oh, indeed he has. I don't think the 17 points he's got on his account is very much matched up to the man of his talents. To be fair, but Stickers Muck certainly is a keen peddler, and I absolutely love watching him race. It's fantastic. You mad bro has got up into 9th position with Vintage down into 10th. Sloppy seconds also trying to make his way back through the field. He is now back up into 8th position. Swanshank into the pits after doing 19 laps on those hard tires. He is now onto the medium with 20 out of 33. Yeah, but Sick has got to stop again. You're right, Serious Mushroom. That's why you're my right hand man, or right hand mushroom, I should say. Yes, indeed. Yes, he does have to stop again, doesn't he? Sick as Muck does, as he is gone for a very ununiversal. Somebody saying he's got a 3-second penalty. It's gone for a very unusual soft run in this middle stage of the race here, hasn't he? But I wonder if is he going to try and go for another soft? Do you reckon? Potentially. Well, I think the medium tires and Serious Mushroom said is probably the best way to go, isn't it? I don't know. That's what I love about this. As what's happened, we got what? Oh my goodness me! It is Sloppy Seconds who is having a bit of a oh dear. He's and he reset to the track as well. That's a naughty. That's a very naughty second. Duncan Dave who is in 13th position at the moment. We got Kaz who is in 10th there, also on the same the same strategy as Sick as Muck, who's now got into 2nd position here. Dynamo Dan, who's now up, but I'm just taking a look at this battle here. Yes, it is my fault. Oh my god! Oh, Kaz is on the inside. That's going to be contact. That is contact. That was a day late and $1 short for Kaz. And Dynamo Dan, I feel that he's going to be feeling very hard done by tonight, as he's been involved in 2 very pretentious incidents there for Dynamo Dan. I feel that Kaz possibly should have, possibly was a day late and $1 short on that one. I would hazard a guess that Bob is in major trouble now, though, because New Potatoes all over his gearbox here. On board of him now, then the Mercedes Bob is going to have to really start to defend. He's not quite there. I feel I just felt like he was going for a lunge. You mad bro is off. Oh, he's off in a major way there. Spins the car back around, and I can't see the front of the car, unfortunately. I do love this side pod shot here. Safety car now for Sick when he will be laughing. Well, I must say the driver's doing their best job to get a safety car. Sick has got a 3-second penalty. You ain't going to be laughing about that, is he? Just taking a look to see where is that You Mad Bro. You Mad Bro has not got damaged. That is incredible. There's Sick as Muck there on one of those soft tires. I've had enough of it. Here comes New Potato. He's having a look there, but no dice there going into turn 1 and 2. Look at the sparks coming off of those cars. Fantastic, isn't it? And Echo in 5th position. He's got no penalties, has Echo. He's looking very happy indeed. They got 3rd last on that as well. Diamond down there has just got back past you mad bro. There's a lot of drivers in the top of the standings is having a bit of a nightmare racer. This is a brutal circuit indeed, as Serious Mission said. You have to have the setup right. And who is that harvested quite heavily? There's Jinner, who's made his way back into the 3rd position. I think the Jinner does have the pace, just like in Australia, but he's made it a bit more difficult for himself here tonight, hasn't he, Jinner? With a very fishy helmet there, but let's hope he has a very not so fishy finish. Talking of which, I really would love a fish and chips right now. If anyone would like to get me something, that'd be fantastic. Such an entertaining race, though. I can't deny it. Serious Mushroom saying, yes, indeed. I really enjoyed Silver as well last night, to be honest. It was actually galore, wasn't it, up and down the field. Shamefully enough, we did do Draw of the Day draw, didn't we? But that is, I hold my hands up. I was in bed coughing, spluttering, and all that kind of malarkey. But I thought it was a 24-hour thing, to be honest. So I was kind of hoping that I would just put a bit of Vic on my chest and away I go. We've got, unfortunately, that doesn't work now, does it? Same with the magic sponge. That don't work in football either these days, does it? There we go. But that's all I've talked about in this stream, isn't there? About how moaning of how ill I am now. But there we go. It's because I'm a bit of a wuss or a wimp when it comes to being ill, I must say. Marsky in the pits. He is going to go. Is he going to go on the soft tires? Sick as Muck has done 11 laps on these soft tires, and I may say that Farf got Draw of the Day, Sean. Laugh out loud fix. It was really, wasn't it? To be honest, I think both me and Serious Mushroom did say Farf, didn't we? As reluctant as I didn't really want it to say it, I think Farf drove a superb race last night, didn't he? He did go Draw of the Day. Is that rain? That's rain! That's rain on the cockpit of Echo Masters. I didn't even know about the rain. And goodness gracious me, this rain is going to shake things up in the final stages of this race. And Craig R got Draw of the Day. Yeah, that's shocking, isn't it? Not that Craig R got Draw of the Day, but both me and Mushroom Words. I think it was a shared Draw of the Day, wasn't it? I think Craig R and Farf got it, so there we go. But we'll talk about Craig R, because Craig R finished 9th in the end, didn't he? After quite after quite a challenging race there for Craig R, but I think he finished 9th in the end, didn't he? And Sick as Muck is in the pits. But how long is this rain going to last then? Yeah, there is rain on the cockpit now. Yellow flag in 3. And what is happening? It's Cyberfox, you know. Cyberfox has gone up as well. But this is this race is absolutely transformed. It's gone absolutely mega. Bob and the New Potato has taken the lead on the outside into turn 1. Oh my word, that is extraordinary. That is audacious. That is magnificent there from New Potato. My goodness me, he knows how to do it the hard way, doesn't he? Fantastic. I love it. That is mega stuff there from New Potato on the outside. That was a beautiful maneuver, wasn't it? Look at those raindrops there. They are falling on the drivers' heads now, aren't they? So how long until we're going to go on intermediate tyres? Are we going to go on to intermediate tyres? Everyone is still on the dry tyres. Kaz is on the intermediate tyres. I think that is way too early for the intermediate compound tyres. Just yet. Jinner is catching up to the back of these tyres quite quickly now. There he is. New Potato, who is New Potato is not got a penalty at the moment, and Swanshank's on the inters as well. How heavy is this rain going to get? Remember, we had a rain-affected Spanish Grand Prix in '96, which a lot of drivers may say shouldn't have gone ahead. Sick as Muck is now in 10th. Sick as Muck is now in 10th position. Your man bro is in 9th there, battling away the Alpha Tari car. Question moment, did I miss Jenner spin again? If this goes down as me missing a race, I'm going to right. No, it doesn't, my good sir. As long as you're in the session during qualifying, it just counts as a DNF, unfortunately. Which probably doesn't help at all, really, does it? But there we go. Because I think Yar got into the session and he did technically. It was technically a start. But even though he wasn't really in the session there for the race itself, was he? But it does, even though he's in the session, it's still a start from me, from my point of view, mainly because otherwise, you know, I'll confuse myself in years to come. Because I've done like that ever since. Right, 25 out of 33. This rain doesn't seem to be getting heavier at the moment. But just like I say, that Bob has got a snaky rear posterior then, and rear posterior there for Bob, and look, here comes Ginner. We'll look at the penalties as well in this one, but I must say that this has got very, very interesting very quickly here, but this has been a very good race anyway, hasn't it, here in Spain? We should have all the ALR races in Spain, shouldn't we? I don't think the driver's going to agree with that, but it's been a tough one to crack, this one out there. Oh, the nude potato is off the circuit. Oh my good heavens, heavens above, good gosh, and good grief. And the race leader is dropped down into fourth position. It is getting very sketchy out there now, and my goodness gracious me, this is absolutely ridiculous. And the rain is getting heavier now. No, he has not come in the pit yet. And the intermediate runners, let's take a look at the times there between cars and sloppy seconds. Here's Ginner. He's going for the lead there. Pit stoppers into the pits, comes finishes way. He's on the outside. No dice at the moment. Bob is defending. He's still got a bit of sunshine out there. Cyber Fox is back up in fifth position now. Then I'm on the tip of my poof here. This is incredible stuff. And now he's having to turn forward. Oh my goodness me. Into the pits, soft tyres out for Vintage. What about TK? So the inters going on. The inters are too slow. Kaz has lost 2 seconds to sloppy seconds in the last couple of 2 sectors or so. Every race should be Monaco. Goodness gracious me, then that's a bold claim there. But obviously, I would agree with it if we can have a safety car, because I do love a good safety car as they come through the far curve. Now coming up to Cox curve as well. I think the Ginner has got the pace at the moment, but let's take a look to see what the penalty like. There's 3 seconds at the moment. They have to get 3 seconds in front of Echo. There he is in third position at the moment. Oh my gosh. And we got New Potato in fourth. Oh my goodness me. Oh, yellow flag. That's a red ball. And it's sloppy. Oh my goodness me. And he has got a bit sloppy. And oh, he's almost in the wall. I think that's a rain affected there, isn't it? I think for sloppy seconds back on board with Ginner. And you could say he's like a fish out of water now. Is this going to be interest? It is interest for... Oh, but... Ginner has stayed out. Bob is in the pits. Goodness me, this is going to be an action pack in then. Now then, so it is still not wet enough, I don't think. Because the DRS has been disabled, I think, far too early, because New Potato has stayed out. No, he hasn't. He has stayed out. He has stayed out into the pits. There comes Echo then. Bob was in the pits as well then. So at the moment, Echo is on course. Can he win his first Grand Prix in ALR? Can he win his first Grand Prix in bronze as well? He has been, he was so close in Miami. And now potentially he's going to be grinning. Here comes Sick as Muck on soft tires as well. TK still in this. TK is down in 11th position at the moment. Let me get back up with the tire strategy, because it is all over the show now. You mad bro, who is is that a 5-second penalty there for you, mad bro, for car 33? It is, you know. And Bob is lost out then. Look, let's take a look. And this is the soft tires compared to the intermediates. The intermediates, I think that it's still too dry out there. I think it's still too dry. I'm sure it's too dry. The DRS has been disabled far too early, in my opinion. And look at that then. You can see a visible view of the intermediate tires compared to the softs. And Bob is absolutely waltzing away from, Sick as Muck is absolutely waltzing away there from his teammate Bob. And goodness me, but I think it is very close to the crossover. But at the moment, Ginner has made the right call, and so is New Potato and Cyber Fox. My goodness me, crossover is now serious mushroom is saying that it is going to be very close, isn't it? But still, Bob is still in front at the moment now. I'm just taking a look then. Still no activity in the pit lane for Alpine, and that is for both Cyber Fox and for New Potato. No, is Cyber Fox coming in now? I think he is coming in the pits. He is coming in the pits, and so Alpine is servicing the reserve first of Cyber Fox. That is not going to go down too well. Bob is on cold tires. Thank you very much. That could be why. That could be why. Maybe I'm just getting too excited here. Bob is now, let's see what his second lap is now compared to it's Sick as Muck. He's from free. Now it's wet. Look. It is very wet indeed. And who's that? It's one of the Aston Martins. Oh, Duncan Dave has found the wall. He has damaged the wing. He's going to have to come into the pits. Luckily, he's already on the he's already on soft tires, medium tires, intermediate tires, going on for Telmo tip top. Sick as Muck. Oh, and that's that Cyber Fox there. He cannot find the grip. As Noisy said, then it is it is so cold though, isn't it, there at the track conditions on it. Cyber Fox is trying to get those tires in an operating window. Gap is down to 3.2 seconds, and at the moment Marsky has left possession. That's not good, because he's in 13th position at the moment, Marsky is, and potentially he can get some points here, because this race is far from done with just 6 laps to go in this one, or maybe 7. Oh my goodness me. And just having a look then, is that now Jinner is now second. Oh my goodness me. TK pit. I called it perfect. Inter's done come out cold. Into the pits comes Jinner now. New Potato is staying out. I think, is that a mistake for is that a mistake then? Goodness me, then fantastic. It could be a state where the tire is similar. It is very close as Marsky's back in the session now. New Potato takes the lead. Marsky's in the pits and Alpine are going to work for the race leader onto the intermediate compound tires where Echo's got a 3-second penalty in this one there. Sick as mug has now lost his advantage, hasn't he, to Bob, and here comes Bob then, and he is gaining. Look in front of us, that's Jinner, there he is then, and Jinner coming up, no, it's Justin Martin, I apologise. Echo is in front, and yes, maybe it's one lap too long there for Jinner, but look, the track is definitely wet now, isn't it? And Jinner, Sick as mug is down into third position now. It's going to be like an ice ring out there now, isn't it, for the dry tire runners. Echo is in fourth position at this moment in time. Look at this, Jinner's going for it to turn 4 here. Oh my goodness gracious me now. And we got into, everyone is now on the intermediate tires, apart from 3 drivers. That is the race leader, that is third position. And up the inside, he powers past the Alfa Romeo up into fourth position. There goes Jinner. And through he goes. Oh my word then, and New Potato, I think it's a lap too long then. It's a lap too long surely as he flies up into fourth position now. Jinner does that, and his next target is Sick as Muck on soft tires. Sick as Muck is surely going to have to come to pits. Jinner has absolutely nailed this perfectly, hasn't he? But the highest run on the intermediate tires is still Bob. Bob is still in the box seats and can he go for 2 race wins in a row now for Bob then. Tomo Tip Top has just dropped out of the points and he's made a mistake. That Aston Martin having to slip at the inside. That's a Red Bull off. Who is it? I think it is New Potatoes, one of the Red Bulls, and they're both close there, but look at how gingerly he's coming into the pits now, and he has to slow down to the pit lane speed limiter. Bob is already through into the pits. A real Red Bull mechanic is going to work now. Look at how much time New Potato has lost then, and I think that he is going to be cursing himself for not coming in the pits earlier on then, even without a penalty. And here it comes, drive-through penalty for Duncan Dave for speeding in the pit lane. Cyber Fox is coming down the start finish as well. Where is Dynamo Dan? Dynamo Dan, I think, is too far back. He is in 7th position there. Penalty situation looks like this, and on lap 30 out of 33, we have got Bob, Jinner, Sick as Muck, Echo, and Cyber Fox. All have got penalties here, and now up into third goes Echo. Echo only got that penalty recently. He's going to be kicking himself out, but he's going for his 2nd podium in a row for Echo. He is driving superbly well. He's standing up in the seat of this machine. I wasn't expecting him right in the final stage of this race, and it is absolutely... This has been an absolute incredible ending to the Spanish Grand Prix. We wasn't expecting rain, was he? Goodness gracious me. And I've had to put my flip-flops away and get out my wellies, I think, because it is very wet out there now, isn't it? But it's not enough for the intermediate. It's not enough for the wet tires. Gap at the front is that 2.3 seconds. Jinner is starting to fall away from this race. And Cyber Fox there and New Potato are fighting. They go, oh my golly gosh, then this is getting very precarious indeed then. But New Potato blast on the outside. There he is on the left-hand side of the Alpine. Cyberfox going to have to make way. That's contact. And, oh, goodness me. And New Potato is going to be furious at that. He definitely had the... That's a very interesting view, isn't it? New Potato, and he gets a 3-second penalty. That's harsh. But I think Cyberfox may have should have given that one up, I think. Into the pits comes Sick as Muck as well. Dynamo Dan, once again, they're having issues there, but he's now up into 4th position. He has recovered himself back into 4th. That is why you keep going in these races. You mad bro is up into 7th. Sick as Muck is coming out. I can't believe it. Sick as Muck, he has taken so long to come to the pits there, and he's still in 8th position. That is how Tomo is off the circuit. Damon Hill and Frentzen. I think Frentzen had a horrific crash there one year, didn't he? In 96, was it? I think it was. New Potato. Oh, no. New Potato jumped down to 7th position there. He's going to be furious of that then. Serious said, yeah, he said it was going to rain. I should have said, sorry. No, I love it. I love it when I don't know the weather. It's fantastic. And this has been a fantastic end to the Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, we got one more race to go for bronze, then, which we're going back to Saudi Arabia for round 2 again, and then bronze will be the same number of rounds as gold and silver. That's the one. 31 out of 33, 100% now tomorrow night as well then, so looking forward to 100% as well. So I have a quick plug, the McLaren is going from left to right. We're at the historic Belgium for probably the racetrack, best racetrack on the game in my opinion, definitely one of the best racetracks in the world as well. Has been sanitized over the years, but it's still one of the better one of the best races in the world in my opinion. I love Spa. It's an absolute roller coaster. I listen to Roland Keaton when I race around it. Tom the Tip Top has left the session now, albeit his car is still running. Jinner is now 5/10 of a second away. He is so much quicker than Bobby's. He has got the performance. He has got the pace. He's got the confidence here. Can he see his first win in ALR in a bronze? This is fantastic. Who is your driver today? Is it Jinner, Vintage, or Echo? That's a tough one. I must say I don't really know how to call that one because I think all three of them have been magnificent, haven't they? And here comes Jinner now. It does depend on who is going to if Jinner can come across the line first here. He's having a look. No, not quite done this. Let's get the telemetry up then. With one more lap to go. He's got a 20. Look at Bob. He's got so much more battery here. He is going to be difficult to overtake going down into turn 1 here. So Jinner is going to have one more shot into turn 1, then one more shot into turn 9 as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. 100% so far for Jinner in the Driver of the Day award set. Out of the final turn, and a 5/10 of a second separates both of these guys. Bob's got a 6-second penalty. When did that happen? And well, he doesn't even need to overtake. Jim doesn't even need to overtake now, but is he going to go for it? He's definitely got the slipstream here. He's going to have a look, is he? No, I don't think he is. He knows that he's got. He can just sit behind Jim now, sit behind Bob now for this final lap. Cruise at home. He will know about the issues there, and I think Echo at the moment is going to finish third because he's too far back at the moment. Bob does not want to battle too hard here because of first and a second. He's on the outside. Incredible. And Jinner has done it there. He doesn't want to win on the timesheet. He wants to win on the track. And he passes Bob then. And he is through and into the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh, magnificent there. Echo is 3 seconds back at the moment there. So Echo is 6/10 of a second away from that second position at the moment here in this race. And can Jinner, Jinner I think has won a race before, hasn't he? Certainly I think he did in HD, but this one is going to be his first race win in ALR Bronze, and it is going to be an absolutely, he's like the Mika Hakkinen of Bronze, isn't he, where he should have won in Australia potentially. He should have won a couple of times. However, this time around then can't, as Jinner just needs to keep it neat and tidy. Remember what happened in Gold though in the last couple of laps out of the final turn, and Jinner is going to win his first bronze race of his career. Jinner wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Absolutely sensational. Echo just not far behind by 4,500 of a second from Bob in second position. But Jinner, it's been a long time coming. As I mentioned, a bit like Mika Hakkinen, he's been so close to that so far. He's had issues, hasn't he? He should have won in Australia potentially. Saudi Arabia was cancelled. Saudi Arabia was cancelled as well. Saudi Arabia was cancelled. I think it's Imola. He just went a bit peak-tongue, didn't it? But now he has finally got he's got the W, Jinner has said. And if I was a bronze driver, I would be very concerned about Jinner now because he has broken through the glass ceiling. He wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and he is now he's got that winning feeling. He wants more. He wants more. Magnificent stuff indeed then, is it? We're just waiting for the final runners and riders, and McMuffin, he's always had the pace, just keeps getting into incidents there, but that is absolutely fantastic. What a move, Fudge is saying as well. Jinner's first Grand Prix win from Bob in second, and Echo a second podium in a row, a second third in the row as well. He's starting to really get consistent here. Dynamo Dan then was involved in an incident on the open lap, then is recovered to fourth position there. Incredible stuff indeed. A great day for the Alpine team. You, Mad Bro, and New Potato are going to be wondering about all the issues they had. Sick as Muck was quick as well today, but a very unusual strategy may have cost him a couple of positions potentially. I do not know, as we'll have to look back at the footage really. Stop a second driver of the day, but I think the driver of the day for you guys is this man here. It is Jinner with his first Grand Prix win of his career. Thank you very much to Matt Grayson for subscribing to us. Really appreciate that. And Argentina now 3-0 up against Croatia. I think that's a... I think that is revenge, I think, for a couple of years ago, isn't it, where Croatia beat Argentina 3-0 or something like that. I do not know. Anyway, but I think we should be more celebrating this man's achievement. What a performance there for Jinner, and he is now going to be on top of the world. And Alpine there, who have now got 2 race winners in their ranks, and 2 drivers then are going to be battling for the championship. How is that going to change the dynamic in the team? Where it remains to be seen. But an incredible end to incredible Spanish Grand Prix. Serious mushroom with a what is that? That is, oh, those are some eyeballs. Oh, good, lovely. Let's take a look at the final classification, shall we? From the Spanish Grand Prix, Jinner has broken through the glass ceiling. He wins his first Grand Prix of his career in bronze. Bob second. Echo second podium in a row in third position. Bob is second podium as well in second position. Then Diamond Dan, great recovery drive from last to fourth. Cyber Fox fifth. You Mad Bro sixth. Six Muck seventh. Nude eighth. Vintage ninth. TK in 10th position. Outside the points, then Kaz 11th. Marsky 12th. Swan Shanks 13th. Tomo retired from the race. Sloppy in 15th. Duncan Dave 16th. Retirements was Colin, Scooby Stew, and Serious Mushroom, who didn't take part because he had connection issues, unfortunately. But I'm very happy that he stayed with us throughout the stream as he and Knowles, he very much helped me. Very good stuff indeed. And I think that we got. I don't think if we got 2. Have we got in the cards at the moment? I think we got 3 people in this party at the moment. Lovely stuff indeed. Then. So talk, my good man. Who is in here tonight with me?
Hello.
Hello there.
Jeff.
Hello. So who is that? By the way, I've got me.
It's
I've got
Echo.
Hello, Echo. A brilliant drive for third position for you today. That's your second podium in a row.
Yeah, not bad. It really is it. So I've not really had that much nicotine in my system in the past 2 days, so I might start doing that more often.
Indeed. Goodness me, if you're getting podiums in a row, then of course, who needs sleep then? Of course, I judge sleep is very important. But of course. How is you feeling in that race then? Because up until the final couple of laps then, you didn't have no penalties at all. Are you kicking yourself with that?
Yeah, like more than I was last week. I just went over in Sector 3, just went over the white line, and I was like, damn it. But I knew that, the podium looked on like it was on the cards, and obviously the win was close. But I think in the end, I don't think, even if I only had no penalties, I've won anyway. Probably would have had to P2, but you know what? I don't mind. I really don't mind. It kept things a bit interesting, let's say that.
Yeah, it did indeed. Then, and as I mentioned, that is your third position in a row after Miami. And are you going to go for a hat-trick of podiums in Saudi Arabia in a week's time?
Oh yeah, it's Saudi next week, isn't it? I'm going to say no. I always like being pessimistic because if anything good happens, then it feels even better. It's like when England lost to France at the weekend. I knew we was going to lose, so I wasn't disappointed. Sore subject, I know.
Oh, it still is for me, I must say. But well done today, Echo. Brilliant second podium in a row. Magnificent stuff. And let's come to the race winner, Jinner, who, I got to say, Jinner, I've described you as Mika Hakkinen, as where you seem to be so quick, but always get involved in some kind of misdemeanor or some kind of bad luck. But today, you have won your first Grand Prix in bronze, and I would say that this is the start of many to come.
Oh yeah, hopefully. I can't wait for Jeddah, to be honest. So, do you know what? I wish I could skip to next week and start already.
Talk us about that race then, because you was leading it by quite a comfortable margin of about, I think it's 3-4 seconds then, and then did you have a spin in the final turn or something?
Yeah, I got onto final turn and the curb, it just raised me up and I just span. I couldn't do no about it, and I was like, oh no, and then I was like, this ain't happening again, so I just went for it. And then
you certainly did as well, and it was a bit of a chase there, wasn't it? And then the rain came in the final stage of the race as well. Was you a bit nervous when the rain started to come down? You had to switch to the intermediate tyres, or was you confident in your pace out? You look very confident compared to Bob.
Yeah, to be honest, what do you call it? All I did was just took every corner in an higher gear just to make sure that I didn't spin. And yeah, the car felt absolutely amazing, did the setup. So the weather didn't change at all. We thought, oh, I seem to have more pace around the guys around me in the wet, so I was happy for it.
And Fudge McMuffin said, "What a move as you went on the outside of Bob with just a handful of laps to go." Then, and how sweet did that feel going on the outside in those treacherous conditions?
It were risky, but you never know. It's like if someone had pushed him off and he's got the 3 second pen and then he, what do you call it, loses, he gets that taken off, I've lost the win. So I thought I'm going to go for it.
And there's me saying that you can just sit back and relax, but obviously not, And as I mentioned, Australia, hands down, you was the fastest driver I feel on that day in history, but it just didn't go right. And there's a couple, and in Saudi Arabia as well. I think you're on pole position then, or alongside your teammate on pole position. I think.
No, my teammate got pole, but I'll be there on first corner.
Ah, lovely stuff. How are you feeling then? Because I would say that, as I've mentioned, then you've broken through the glass ceiling now. So I think there's more wins to come on the horizon. Now you know how it feels like. You want more.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my consistency is a lot better now. I seem to be able to hit the same lap times every lap, so I'm glad for that. And yeah, just stick to it.
Really good stuff indeed. One on stage, fantastic. Your first Grand Prix win of many, I think, in bronze. Echo with his second podium in a row as well. Goodness me, you got some consistency on the podium here tonight, which is good stuff. You always need some consistency. Right, and I don't think Bob is joining me, but that's nothing unusual. He probably doesn't want to catch the lurgy off me. That is going to be it then for tonight. Fantastic. Tomorrow night we go to historic Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix 100%. Before we check off for Christmas. No gold this week, no silver this week, and no 100% next week either, but there is the bronze Saudi Arabia Grand Prix next Tuesday then. So before Bronze Kingdom start to sign off for Christmas, they got one more race. See you then. Goodbye.